Today I want to unbox the Greatest Day, Sword, Juno, and Gold Beaches, Battle for Normandy, Volume 1. I believe the other one will be Omaha and the other one will be Utah. This is the Grand Tactical Series from MMP. Came out in 2015. And I just got this. See, my box was a little dented up here, but no problem. I was told it would be dented, so I knew that. Game designer and series designer is Starkweather. And, you know, I was tempted by the other ones, and I just, the money, and then I sold some games and was able to get this. So, and just watching really Ty's videos and then reading some after action reports by people just got me, I really wanted to try it. You can see it's kind of a big box here. It's kind of like double size. It's kind of unusual, kind of like an old-fashioned game box, but a little thicker. Really cool, very, I hate to use the word provocative cover. Provocative is not the right word. Evocative. It's very provocative. Anyway, it's evocative, or evocative of the times. Boy, I wish I was going to edit this, but I'm not going to. It says medium complexity and solitaire suitability is high, which is interesting. So let's unbox this bad boy and see what we get on the inside. Well, I'll read you what we get on the inside. First of all, the unit scale is company and platoon, so each chit is a company or platoon. Hex scale is 500 meters and the time scale is 2-hour turns. You get the rule book. Well, we'll get all that, but let's see. There's 17 scenarios and 4 22 by 34 maps, 3 of which are back printed. So really you get 7 of that size. You get 8 8.5 by 11 maps, 16 counter sheets, and 4 10-sided die. The fact that it uses 10-sided die is kind of cool too. All right, well that's enough of the box. Let's take a look at what's on the inside. You do get a little bag of 4 10-sided die, just like they said. Nothing fancy or unusual about those. Get your errata sheet for some of the things, and then I think there's a few he's building currently a full errata document, and then just kind of some of the things that should be included in the game. So here you have your Grand Tactical Series rules of play. This is version 1.1. They weren't quite ready to come out with version 2 when the game was ready to be produced, and so he's still editing that, and I hope to get a copy of that in the next few days. Version 2, and I kind of want to wait. I'll probably do like someone else I know, Kev, who was going to start with 2 and then just decided to start playing with the current rules as is. But I'll tell you, so there's version 1.1, and then I'll show you a little bit later, they have the updates to 2. So you really are playing with 2. It's just you kind of have to combine this book with another book. It's a little confusing, but it got the game out. So if I can start with 2, I'd like to do that. So it's 36 pages of rules. This is for the Grand Tactical Series, so any game in the series would use these rules. Now, the 2 rules you won't be able to use for War Eagle's Dare and Devil's Cauldron, or No Question of Surrender. This is glossy, kind of magazine. You see lots of color. 36 pages. Illustrations and examples. So that's the rules. This is the exclusive rules. So each game that comes out will have their own exclusive rules. This is also glossy, kind of like a magazine. Now this is what I think is cool about this. Now I am a miniature gamer as well. And I played Hex and Counter first, and I didn't really understand what some of the units were until I started getting into miniatures. And then I really started to understand unit sizes, because you had to, when you're building your units, you really had to understand how a platoon and what that meant, and a squad and company and battalion. And I really started to understand the tables of organization and equipment, and also what the equipment looked like, right? Well, so this is really cool to give you an idea of what, when you're talking about a SD KFZ 10-5, you can see that's an anti-aircraft half track. It's just really cool. And they also show you the, not NATO symbols, because NATO didn't exist back then, but the symbols and the leg units and what those look like. And they try to use the symbols that the countries used. Really good drawings. I believe Nicholas Ascooby, is that Ascooby? I'm probably mispronouncing your name. I apologize, Nicholas. They even show you what the ships look like. Pretty cool. So this is big. This is 58-page document. 58 pages for exclusive rules. So here's where it shows there. It shows that it goes to version 2.0. So that's 12 pages, 6 to 12. So 6 pages of that. And then starting on page 16, 6 to 15, so 9 pages. And then starting on page 16 to page 58 are the exclusive rules. Oh, look at that. The exclusive rooks. Adam, if you're watching, typo. Anyway, so these are the exclusive rules. Well, this is how to get to version 2. And then this is how you get it to the exclusive rules. Now, I thought this was a cool feature. It shows you what a hex looks like and then what it looks like in real life. I love that. So that's a photo of the real place. I like that feature. It's also that way in the ASL rulebook, but with drawings. And it does it throughout, so that's pretty cool. A picture of the entire map. Map 1, 2, 3, 4, and then C, A, B, C, and D for playing the campaign and the beach overlays. We'll show that in a minute. I thought there was something else in here I really wanted to show you. So there's examples. Yeah, examples of play here. That's pretty cool. 2.0 summary. So this I'll take to work and read over lunch until I get the version 2 rules. Yep, it's a 4-page summary, 3-page summary. This is the indirect fire flowchart. Assault flowchart, which is supposedly better in version 2 as opposed to the earlier versions. Naval Chit sequence of play flowchart. Continue on the next page. Continued from the previous page. Direct and opportunity fire flowchart. Scenario book. 17 scenarios. This book is thick, man. It's paper. It's not glossy. I don't know why they chose to do that. I'm fine with it. I just don't know why they did that. That's pretty much all it is. You got a learning scenario, the Black Baron. You have 6 introductory scenarios, 6 intermediate, and the advanced and campaign scenarios. And there's several of them. I mean, it's a ton of them. It's crazy. So this game's $200 essentially. I don't think I paid that, but $200. 17 scenarios, 16 counter sheets. You get a lot of game here. And you always figure out game value by how much you play. So that's the rules. Now let's look at the play aids. I can just probably keep this going and pull this over here real quick. Yeah, that looks good. This is the turn record chart. It's got the days, what the weather's like. It's cool. So 2 sets of charts and tables, which is nice because there will be multiple people playing the game. So this is repeated. It's the combat chart, some other stuff. I'm not going to read it all to you. When you can use command points, the terrain effects chart notes, and the terrain chart. 2-sided. And then the notes, of course, to go with it. Okay, it's cool. It's 2 sets of those. Next thing, let's look at, so you keep track of command points and quality, troop quality, command quality, and all that. So these are all the British ones. So each division gets one. So you have the 3rd Canadian, 3rd Infantry, with their commanders pictured, which I think is pretty cool. 6th Airborne. 7th Armored. Doesn't he look like a happy bloke? 50th Infantry. I like the fact that they have their symbol as well. 51st Infantry. And then you have the Gold Beach Naval Display, Assault Force G. Quite a proper chap there. Juno Beach. Sword Beach. Ooh, man, that's a cool looking plane, man. The Germans, 12th SS Panzer with, again, their leaders pictured. 21st Panzer, 346th Infantry Division. I'm not sure if that's the 346th Regiment of the 700th 11th Division. I'll have to look that up. 352nd Infantry Division. I need a drink of water. 716th and Panzer Lehr. So you keep track of a lot of different things on there depending on the scenario. So I guess if you're playing the campaign game, you need all those set out. Look at this. Look at that. This is a lot of cardboard and lots of clipping. So some of these are made for specific scenarios. So they'll probably be like repeats of certain division or certain units, but for the campaign game versus some of the smaller scenarios. So this is a sheet 1. I can't tell you who this is. It's British and some other British. I don't know the divisions. I think the colors correspond to, yeah, to the charts here. Maybe take a look at some of that there. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, I won't do that with every one. They're two-sided, of course. Sheet 2. Sheet 3. There's lots of, man, there's lots of information shits here. Let's straggler recovery, roadblock, stragglers. That's pretty cool. Wow, there's a lot of detail in this game. This is crazy. Let's get focused back in on there. It just goes on and on. It's the tanks, Ramillies. I don't know what that. Oh, that's the ships. Sheet 6. Here we go. The Germans. So everything. This division is. This is one division. And you have the black division. They do use the German symbols for the infantry. It might take a little getting used to, but you know, once you start using it, it wouldn't be too hard. Oh, looky there. There's Whitman. Some markers. It's a big one you use a lot in column. There's a lot of column there. IP, not sure. Cohesion hit, that's a big deal in the game. Cohesion hit. Cohesion. I think, I don't know what that is. I should know this before I deal with it. Suppressed, doesn't sound good. Mines. That doesn't sound good. Typhoons, barrages, light to heavy. Very bright. Oh, that's kind of cool. Check that out. Men rallying. Men at work. That's interesting. Oh my gosh. Paradrop. Bocage. Beach not cleared. I mean, look at this. What the heck? Drill 2, drill gaps, nests. Oh, wow. All right, that's all the, oh man, check it out. Glider land. That's all the pieces. Now, oh wait, let's, I think I can stay focused in here in this area, and then we're gonna have to back out a little bit. So this is the Greatest Day, the Black Bear, in the learning scenario. There's only one learning scenario. Whoa, come on, get centered. Now, I've heard people like these maps, people love these maps or hate them. I don't think they love them or hate them. I think most people like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I like them. I like the far away view of them, and I really like the close-up view. And I didn't notice it, and people, there's tons of photographs online with them, but man, there's some about it. I just really like the map. I noticed it on some of the others. This one's maybe a little different color. So this is one 8.5 by 11 for a learning scenario. It's pretty cool. Now the rest of these, I think you might do some beach landings on these to practice. I think that might be some of the learning or introductory scenarios, I think. But then you add these to the campaign map when you put them out. But I mean, just looking at these, I just love the, I don't know if I can capture it, on this or not, but the gaps, the beaches. So there's Gold Beach, Juno. I mean, you could definitely take these with you on a trip to the area. I mean, not to find your way around, but I mean, just to see. That's pretty amazing. So they have like Mike Sub Beach, green sector, red sector, green sector, white sector. I mean, what I like about this detail is when I'm reading a book about it, I need pictures. I need as much visualization as possible to understand things, especially when they start talking about all these beaches and sectors. And this is so awesome and really helps. I mean, this, ugh. These are the campaign maps I showed you on that one page. So these kind of they kind of extend the campaign map. And there's A, B. So let's just look at some of the bocage, which I'm assuming that's bocage. I don't know. I've heard of Jeanville before. I don't know if that's Jeanville. Oh my gosh, so cool! Just to have it as a learning source. I mean, I'm gonna have to play it. I can't justify just buying it to learn something when I can buy a book. But Port en Bassin. Ugh, so many details. All right, I'm going to pause this now and pull out one of the bigger maps. Be right back. So this is the Saga of the 6th Airborne scenario map. You can see it's just one for one scenario, and it goes up to there. Pretty cool, man. I mean, it's like the beach, Pegasus bridges on it, and let me take this off and see some close-ups. Holy cow, I have to turn it sideways to fit it in the landscape here. So cool. I'm gonna have to leave the tripod down, so if it's a little shakier, I apologize. Let's turn it back around here. Zoom down into the Pegasus Bridge. How cool is that, huh? Just brings it all into perspective for me where things were. I mean, I played some bigger, higher scale games that have helped me kind of picture, but this is pretty cool. All right, let's look at the next map. This is the Nemesis scenario map. So when they have the purple edges there, whatever color that is, red, purple, it's just a scenario map. They're pretty big though. I think because they have nothing else printed on them but map instead of like gameplay aids, it looks bigger. Because I think this is a standard game map size, but it seems bigger. So that's pretty cool. So that's one map. And I'll zoom in here just so, because some of you will know what the towns are. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. And maybe maybe give you some idea of where we are in the big scheme of things. Okay. All right, 21st Panzer scenario map. It's a half sheet. And this is the Panzerlehr scenario map. So that's, oh, I'm excited, man. I gotta calm down. So that's, I'm not gonna pronounce it. Cool. And Panzerlehr scenario map. It's really, see, there's a town I'm familiar with and there's not, so I'll just let you see some of the maps. So I didn't even notice this at the first time I went through it, but also so learning, introductory, shows you which maps you use. So to the sea, I don't think I showed you that map. Which one that was? Race for con. Oh, I think use, okay, I did show you the map. Intermediate, Saga of the Sixth. Intermediate, O Canada, so you combine this map with one of the beach maps. Bloody Valley of Tilly. Scenario 6, intermediate. And then you got your advanced scenario, the right hook. Initial plan, Operation Perch, and then the entire campaign game. See what this looks like set up on the ping pong table. I actually think I could get the whole thing on here, even with the division charts. Might need another table for it. So there's all, so I'm not going to show you all the maps. Well, I guess I am showing you all the maps. So what I showed you were the scenario maps. And then, so there's everything on the table. It came in that box. Oh, the box is down on the floor. I'm not going to get a good shot of this. I can't back up far enough for the map. There's Villers-Bocage. If you're all familiar with that, we're Whitman. Many ASL and other scenarios are fought around there. There's Malo. Maltot, I'm not sure. That seems like something I've heard about. There's Con, of course, which I've Normandy 44 I played. I could not crack that. Well, actually, I kind of finally did, I think, crack that nut. I don't know how deep this, how many days into the battle this goes. That's a huge city, but like, I mean, it looks like a fortress. It'd be hard to really penetrate that. So there are the beach, and there are the little additional maps. I don't know why these are two separate maps here. I don't know why that couldn't have been printed on one. Might have been nice. I mean, I'm certainly not complaining. It's an amazing production here. So in the scale of things, there's Pegasus Bridge. I mean, it gives you scale, right? I mean, check it out. That's Pegasus Bridge right there. And there are the beaches. And just think, so Omaha over there, and Utah's up there. There you go. The Greatest Day Unboxed. I hope you enjoyed.